excited about being here today. Bill and I spoke the other day to come out, so I'm sure somebody deals with you guys. And you know, I think Bill, you're part of the book with Lisa Jones, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's entitled Wealth Starts in the Mind. And I did my chapter on mental hygiene, and I'll talk about that in a moment. I'm going to set the stage for it first. A lot of times you come here and you get trapped in the wrong mindset. And it's easy to think everybody else is supposed to win outside of you. It's a poor dog that don't wag his own tail. And when you buy into the idea of what God put you here for, and you believe that fully, you can live your best life. Now, you know, your dreams, the thing that you see, you imagine, your dreams are absolutely a photograph of your finished future. You take here this puzzle box. That picture is completed. It's a finished picture. Now you take that finished picture, and then you take it and you cut it into many small pieces. Now, the completed picture is in the box. But your job is to take the completed picture and reassemble it. But it takes your labor assistance to make it happen. And when you see your dreams, that is a picture of what God has for you. And those pieces are inside of you. Like someone give you a jigsaw puzzle, and you open up, you see all the pieces, they look so complicated, so much labor necessary to put it back together. You put it in the closet, throw it in the corner, and never assemble it. If you do that, then the picture is unnecessary. Your dreams are that way. These are your dreams. You look at how tough it is to go make the phone calls, set the appointments, get the dark houses, come to the out meetings, come to training. It seems, in dealing with the negative mindsets, it seems so complicated to put together, so you'll take it and you throw it over and put it in your closet, never to assemble. God has it for you, but there's a responsibility requirement on your side too. And you get people all the time to tell you, well, you know, what God has for me is for me. And that's a true statement. And if you hold an acorn in the palm of your hand, and you ask, where's the future of this acorn? It's right inside of it. The oak tree is there. And you can hold that in your hand and say the same thing you said about yourself. Well, God has for the acorn, it's for the acorn. But it's time sensitive. Put the acorn on the shelf here for 10, 20, 30 years. What God got for the acorn is for the acorn. But it's sitting on the shelf. So to never open up what God has for it. There is a requirement that has accepted responsibility being planted to unfold what's there. And there is a labor requirement necessary for you to unfold your dream. When God holds you in his hand, where's your future? It's right there inside of it. But there's a responsibility on your side. You can take this puzzle here and you throw it in the corner. See what you see, you can be. I don't lay up at night dreaming and imagining myself going to Mars. And if you do it, you need to stop it. If you ain't going to Mars, they ain't either. What you see, you can be. But there is a requirement necessary on your side. And here, a lot of times in life, you think that, man, maybe Bill has something you don't have. Well, Bill got one nose. You got one nose. Bill has 2 ears. You have 2 ears. Bill has 2 arms. You have 2 arms. Bill even has 2 legs. You have 2 legs. Bill speaks English, and you speak English. Now, Bill has something unique to attach all that stuff to. He has a 5-digit solution number. And you have a 5-digit solution number also. So you got to assign yourself to that number. Mike Sharp, the highest paid guy in Primerica. So if I had what Mike Sharp has, I could win. What does Mike Sharp have? He got America. He got Primerica. He has a 5-digit solution number. How many digits you have? Oh, really? Oh, you're in America?
Yes.
Is Mike Sharp in America?
Yes.
You speak English?
Yes.
Mike Sharp speak English?
Yes.
So what does Mike have you don't have? He accepts the responsibilities attached to the labor to his vision. How much Acorn got inside of it has a requirement attached to it. It has the accepted responsibility of being planted. And you got to understand the uniqueness that you have. If you travel this globe, there is no place in the universe outside of Earth where your dreams can come true. No place. No place outside this planet Earth. Now, you're on planet Earth. You can be on the other side of Earth, in Cambodia. I don't care how much you dream. If you ain't in the right caste system, your dream ain't gonna come true. In America, if you see it, you can be it. So, no place in the universe where your dreams can come true outside of planet Earth. And on Earth, the best place you can come, you can social climb because you decide I'm going to see it, so I'm going to be it, is America. Think of me in America in 1805. Whole lot of hopes and dreams in the wrong time. Or you can be in some bush in Australia. Right time, wrong place. There is no place in the universe outside of Earth where your dreams can come true. And then America is out. You can literally see it and you can be it. Now you can be in America in this hour, falsely in prison. Now you can see it, but you can't be it. Or you can be in America in your wrong mind. But you're ambulatory, you're physically healthy. In Primerica, Primerica pays more people $100,000 a year than any other company in America. Poor folk make $1 million a year than any other company in America. And you say, now I got dreams and goals. I'm going to attach myself to the right opportunity in the right hour. But I can have this vision, this puzzle here, and throw it in the closet. It won't assemble itself. You have a hole in your boat, it won't patch itself. It takes you. And so here, if you travel this earth, you look at every face on this planet. There are those 7 billion people on this planet right now. You look at every face on this planet, you don't see it but one time. God don't rhyme his children. And he made you, broke them all. Ain't another you. Ain't nobody have your swag. Yeah, that's right. You're the most unique of all of God's creation. You see a bird or some animal going extinct, they fight to save it. Because once it goes extinct, you cannot duplicate that voice, that song. And you are that unique. You start writing a poem right now, you die, nobody can finish that poem outside of you. Nobody. There's something for you to bring to this planet, but it has your labor requirement, you just sign to the vision. If you don't put your labor to the boat, the whole boat is not going to patch itself. The puzzle won't assemble itself. It's here for you, but it's time sensitive. And I spoke to a girl the other day, and she, and so you understand how God has so blessed you. And I gave her a track actually, and she's looking through it down. See, there ain't no such thing as God. I said, well. I said, what's that in that bag you got right there? Bananas. No, it's not. Yes, it is, sister. No, it's not. That's dirt. God put flavor and nutrients in that dirt for a little small winter time for you to enjoy it. Put it in that field for 2 months. Come dirt again. Tell me ain't no God. Everything out in that bag is dirt. Everything is. God put a nutrient flavor for a little while for you to enjoy. God got your back. Got your back. He inspired your heart with a dream. But he gave you free will. You can attach your labor to it or not. He didn't make you no robot. He, like, I got this one sensation that me was thirst. That guy nurse said, son, you need to drink you something. You're going to dehydrate. Another situation hit me was hunger. He said, son, now I can't make you do nothing. But I'm going to sting your spirit a little bit with hunger. You don't eat, you'll starve to death. I got a free will. He said, son, I'm going to give you a free will. I'm going to sting your spirit with a dream. I can't make you do it.
That's right.
But he should get up and put your labor to it. He said, I'm going to put in my word what you need to do. What do you do, Lord? Be like the ant. You see an ant sleeping or chilling, watching TV, or getting discouraged? He on it. He said, be like him. Just be like him. He ain't sophisticated. Just be like him, right? Just move, right? And so sometimes you come here, you can also put your work. A lot of people say that hard work is the way to win. That's an ingredient. Ain't the recipe. A lot of folks work hard. You work McDonald's hard. Right. Who's here for the first time? Ask your question. I don't need no other audience participation. You got goals and dreams, sister? Is there a shortcut to your goals and dreams? Yes or no? Yes, it is. The shortcut is? Shortcuts mentorship. Somebody to show you how to do it. And now you missed the learning curve. You're right here. It's each one teaching one. Now I'm going to show you how in life you can actually work in the wrong level of value. Now, there are levels of value that you have, that you're working in. Now, if you go to McDonald's, there is nothing more valuable than the guy that's there cooking the burger. He ain't cooking, you ain't eating. His work is valuable, right? But the market don't respect that level of value. They pay him $10 an hour.
Wow.
He's working hard on the wrong level of value. I was in Longview about a week ago. They stayed at a hotel there. Now the girl there, I got there at midnight. She's night shift. She drinking those drinking coffee. Trying to stay awake. Now if she don't take my money, I can't give no money. She's valuable to the hotel. They pay her about $18 an hour. She's working on the wrong level of value. When you're doing the physical work, you'll never win because you're working in the wrong level of value. You can work around the clock in the wrong level of value. Now what happens is, when you physically do it, you have physical attachments there. Now there are two ways to make money. One is called labor-assisted income, where your labor is attached to the work, physical labor. Now, you will never get fully wealthy functioning in that space. That's labor assisted. Now, the level above that is a guy that's there overseeing, managing the guys doing the work. Make sure folk ain't fighting. They ain't cussing each other out in front of clients. Make sure they come to work on time. If they don't come, he there. That's the guy managing the guy doing the physical work. He's physically attached to us. So that's still a physical, labor-assisted income. At this level here, this guy here makes hourly wage here. This guy here, he can make a salary. So here in the management area, now he can make, $50, $60, maybe $100,000 this level here. This guy here make $30,000, $40,000 hourly wage here, this level here. You will never win big in these levels of value here. Now, can't nobody tell me that if I go to the hotel, if I went in there and my sheets were dirty, I'm leaving. Now, the girl cleaning the sheets, they pay about $8 an hour. Her value is necessary for that hotel to work, right or wrong?
Right.
But the market don't respect that level of value. Don't respect it. But you guys working 3 jobs, busting that backside, they're working on the wrong level of value. Now this area here, now you make money off of this thing called time. Time. Now in this space here, a guy will say, I got my time. Now, what's your name? How many hours do you have a day to free? 24. How about Bill Gates?
24.
Really? How about Oprah Winfrey? How about your president? So we all have a purse of 24 hours. God is no respecter of persons. But the question is how you going to manage your purse. One day say, I'm going to take my purse, I'm going to sell my time by the piece. I'm going to sell it for $8 an hour. So I'm going to sell 8 of them, 10 of them. 10 hours, you got $80, right? 10 hours, $8 a piece. You got how much money? $8. You look at your daggone checks and man, this ain't good, Bill. Right? I need to give me a second gig.
Right.
I'm gonna get another full time. I'm gonna sell 10 more, $80 more an hour. Now you got how much money? $160. If you sold all of them for $10 an hour, how much you gonna have? $240. You're stuck by the clock. You kill yourself.
Right.
Because you're working on the wrong level of value. Working hard on the wrong level of value.
Right.
Now the guy that's above him, you gotta make sure they ain't fighting. So like, I've been to school, got my master's, my doctorate degree. I don't sell my time by no piece. Sell mine by the block. You need to give me 50 grand, 100 grand for a whole year of my time, my life. I'm big time. 80,000, you can own my life. Wow. You ain't got I'll be there on Monday through Sunday. You ain't got to pay me no extra. I'm going to sell you my purse, my life, by the year. 80 grand you own me. Now you're still stuck by the clock. You get sick halfway through, you done. That's a fixed level of income. You can never win a high level this level of value. Selling your time by the clock or by the piece because the clock is on your life. You can't win that way. Look how high ambitious you are. If you got a big dream, this puzzle here, right? 1,500 pieces. Say look here, Bill, we'll pay you 20 grand. Put this together in 2 hours. Now what Bill gonna do? Gonna pop his collar. Say that one more time. Gonna pay you 20 grand, put it together. He can stand there, he's hard. Get a youngster come and tell it, let me use somebody's example here, right?
He's Preston.
Where's Preston? Preston, right? Preston, don't take this personal, right? Say, Preston, pay you 20 grand to put this together. He started running. 20 grand? You got 2 hours. He just started doing this right? But Bill, Bill said, they say 20 grand. Tell you what, I'll pay you $100. You $100. I need 50 of y'all. Pay $100 a piece. What 50 times 100? 5,000. Now he got $15 profit. What we gonna do here? If y'all do it in 2 hours, I'm gonna take all y'all to dinner to Papa Dough. Right? Because oversees the assembling of the puzzle. Now in 2 hours, you're gonna get done, deals off. He's sweating like a stunt hog. He get right here and he run out of time. Bill Paul. Because y'all ready to go Papa Dough? We finished early. Right? Right? See, a lot of hands make a light load.
That's right. That's right.
He exercised leverage. He put a team together. Either you're on a team as an employee, or you have a team as an owner. See what Preston did here? See, you own your time. You can be a contract. See, you are you incorporated. You your own business. You are. So here in business is just a simple idea. Now you got here a contractor or a contract laborer, right? He's a contract laborer. He sells his time to do the work. Bill's a contractor. He put a team together. You're going to be a contractor of this building here? Get a roofer. Get someone to do the floor. A foundation guy, someone put the walls up. You oversee, you maestro the project. So Bill is a contractor. He put the project and team together. He sit back and Papa Dough. Y'all know Papa Dough? Contract laborer. Now in life, if you got a job, you are a contract laborer. You own your time. There's something about a piece about a block. A contractor, you put a team together. Now the level above here, this second level is communication. Now on the communication level, now that's where you make the real money. Bill stand up, you'll see Bill do a push-up. Right? You ever see Bill go out and doing some hard physical labor? Bill stands up and talks real pretty. Right? And show y'all how to talk pretty too. This is how you do a 6-page presentation. This is how you sell somebody on their dreams and their goals. He gets paid to communicate. That's in a 7-figure, 6 and 7-figure area on communication. What does a sports commentator do? Really? If you cut Oprah Winfrey's arms and legs off, she still make money?
Yeah.
What you get paid to do? Talk, right? You cut Bill Gates' arms and legs off, can you still make money?
Yes.
You heard him talk, right? Talk. It's communication. Y'all come here when you're doing primary. You communicate. That's the 9 level. You can make 6 and 7 figures. It's communication level here. Now you sell people an idea, they combine with your vision. Now the highest level. If I mention Disney, who do you think of? Walt Disney. He was a visionary. Or Williams had a what? That's the highest level of value. Steve Jobs had a what? Now he sold his vision as a contractor and got folks to join his vision with him. Now right here, how do you take the clock off your life? How do you make income off of $1,000, 1,000 hours in one day? Get 1,000 folk on your team. Now you can make $24,000 hours. You can harvest income off 24,000 hours now because you leverage. It's a leverage-assisted income now. And all you're doing is communicating to folks that join you in your vision. You don't take communication on those here. Because you're just doing the physical thing, the physical labor. Here you got to get people to join you. Hey, come join my team. Why? We're going to do something big. And if you believe it, they'll connect with you. That passion, belief is a magnet. It draws folk to you. You gotta function in optimism. You can't work here unless you're very positive, optimistic. You have to be very optimistic up in here. You can't have no negative mindset that's already up here. It has to be optimistic. Now, and when you look at anything, see, sometimes we get caught and we think, man, that maybe there are certain levels you can't function in. Let me show you how you incorporate. You are your own business. Say, I am my own business.
My own business.
I am an idea I believe in.
I believe in.
Let me tell you a case in point. Walmart. Tell you what Walmart is. Walmart make bananas. They sell them, right?
Right.
Walmart make bread. They sell it, right? Walmart is a distribution unit. And Walt had an idea, I'm going to distribute it at a better cost than anybody else. It's simply an idea. An idea. A lot of folks join him in that idea. They connect to the idea. Now, I was at IHOP yesterday. Sit down what they got. Does IHOP raise chickens on the egg to the skillet?
No.
Does IHOP, they make the napkins that they have on the table? They make the forks everywhere? They make tomatoes? They bring these other symbols and say, we are IHOP. Now, you can cook an egg. You can cook a pancake. Now, what make IHOP? We IHOP. Go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. They raise chicken on the egg to the skillet. They got, I just put some this sauce and that sauce, mix them together. The idea of mixing a certain way, you got a good recipe, put it on there. Now we can Kentucky Fried Chicken. We're current. You bought into an idea. And then advertise and keep you in a positive idea about Kentucky. Ain't nothing better than Finger Licking Current. It's an idea. If they got a negative idea, our chicken is spoiled, you stop going there. They sell you on a positive, optimistic idea. Business is an idea. Talk about this, man, I'm going to start my own insurance company. Oh, is that right? How are we going to do that? Right? I said, son, and all I get is get an understanding. You don't get a license. What you going to get? I got a license. You going to take your license and say, well, State Farm, you, well, let me attach my license to you, or to American General to you, or to American National to you, I'm going to attach your number to them. Now, when you do, now you are selling their product.
That's right.
So now you don't write a check out of your account. You just got your license attached. So what do you own, son? You own your time to build and make income. That's you own. And so if you're attaching all these different companies, they do the same thing. But the difference, they got a mature contract. My idea is I can get folks and inspire them, pull them together and inspire them. And they get a number with me. Now they get a signed agreement with Primerica. They can one day sell it and whoop, they get to the right spot. It's an idea. But you can't have no negative mind if folks join your idea. Bill's always positive. Always. Say, guys, you can win if you work. I'm going to show you an example how I put my labor to my dream. I'm living my dream. I teach you how to do the same thing. You bought that idea. Join over here. He got 1,000 join that idea. He's always positive, right? Show you how to do it, right? Folks got to get that idea with it, right? Now we've got to license together as a team. We're going to mobilize. We're going to win big. It's an idea. But you can't win in isolation. I tell you, you're a solo idea by yourself. Oh man, I'm it. A lot of hands make a light load. Who's going to join you in your idea? This guy right here, he's joining somebody else in their idea. I'm going to attach myself to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'll do the cooking. But he ain't leverage, he ain't come off nobody but himself. So he's stuck in this space right here. And this guy here, like picking birds in somebody else's patch. Get all the thorns, get the fruit. You doing the right skill set, but you're an assistant that got you captured. In a lot, you either going to use the leverage or you're going to be leveraged. You got labor-assisted income or leverage-assisted income. Here you're communicating with a vision. What are we doing primarily? We come here and we get sell each other on a vision of being somebody special. But on a win, who else here for the first time?
Scared them all, though.
You're looking down. You ain't been there long, have you, bro? All right? How long you been here? Okay, let me go. I don't need no audience participation.
There we go.
None. Can we go there? Yeah. We ain't gonna ask you. Let me get an understanding, all right? Now here. You from Dallas, brother?
Yes, sir.
You know the storm hit Galveston not long ago, right?
Yes.
I want to take you over to Galveston, right? Galveston. San Antonio. 5 hours. Face that with confidence. I take that same question, young man. To Highland Park, place of wealth or affluence. Yeah, say 35, 45 minutes in a jet. I go downtown in Dallas and pull the homeless together. Same question as a 4 or 5 weeks walk. And the question, who's right? You're right. They're all right. Amen. See, the vehicle makes the distance disappear.
Whoa.
The landmass is fixed. Get there in 5 weeks, 5 hours, or 45 minutes. How you bring it to you closer? No, it's a rhetorical question. Oh, they get cash for $100,000. Some say it takes 4 years, 25 grand a year. Some say 2 years, 50 grand a year. A single year, a month, a week, a day, an hour, even a second. And the question still remains, who's right? All right. The difference is the vehicle makes the distance disappear. We went to Punta Cana a few months ago. On the vehicle was a bicycle, Jimmy Impossible. Trying to get wealthy on a job in this space here, dream ain't possible. Gotta have the right vehicle. And some of y'all ladies in the room, guys in the room, you say, oh, well, God got for me. I go to church. And Lord, see, some of y'all have a jet dream and a walking vehicle. See, your choice neutralizes results. Get on this good right now and say, I don't believe in gravity. Gravity ain't an opinion. You jump is going to embrace you. Just like that. Put you right to the ground. Now, we all leave here. We got different ladies and guys in the room. We all leave here walking toward Galveston. We've been about 5 weeks. Care who you are. Well, Lord, I went to church Sunday. Help me get there faster. See, God don't say, first respect your choice. So now you get there in 5, you get there 4.5 weeks, you get more lung capacity, walk extra hour every night. God's going to use what you'll give him. Ladies in the room, guys in the room, all different people in the room, maybe we all leave here and get in a car. Our choice is going to neutralize the result. Get there about 5 hours. Well, Lord, I'm with the Bible study and the church. Help me get there faster. Set up 5 hours, get there in 4.5, get traffic clearance. You're going to use what you'll give him. God, what you there for? Get in a jet. Get there in about 45 minutes. So, Lord, I ain't pay my time. Take me get there faster, Lord. Instead of 45, get a 35, get tailwind behind you. God's going to use what you give him. Give him your feet, praying for a jet experience. You got to exercise leverage. That's why recruiting is important. Everybody that wins has a team. There's a unwritten law. You get rich by enriching others. And rich people hire people and poor people don't. Had a guy going to challenge me, man, that ain't true. What do you mean it ain't true? It ain't true. Well, tell me where it ain't true at. Tiger Woods, he ain't kind of popular little collar, right? As a son, I don't like getting get up and stuff. That's right. When Tiger Woods had that wreck, go Google the video. He stood on the stage and his lips started trembling. So I want to first apologize to my employees. Rich people hire people and poor people don't. It's principle. When he had that wreck, a lot of folk lost money. He was rich by enriching others. It's principle. I didn't write the law and vote on how it is. A lot of folk got a wealthy dealing with Bill Aranda. He get rich by enriching others. A lot of folk in his team. Rich people hire people, poor people don't. Bill Gates paid $190. Bill Gates paid $190 every single second. He makes $11,400 every single hour. He makes about $685,000 every single hour. He makes $685 an hour. He makes $16.4 million a day, $500 million a month, and $6 billion a year. You say, man, how does any one man do that? You don't. He has 65,000 folks on his team. They're on your team, I'd be quoting your numbers right now. God don't respect. The person respects principle. You got here a leverage assisted income or labor assisted. All your income when you labor on it, you down here. You got a team that's leverage assisted. You communicate with a vision. Now you get people to join your vision. Now you can leverage your way to your future. See, Bill will leverage everyone to help with this puzzle here. Your pieces inside you, a lot of puzzle pieces. You know why it's so hard? The only thing wrong with your dream is trying to do it by yourself. That's what's wrong with it. You get a lot of hands helping with this puzzle putting together. You live a big dream. The bigger your dream is, the more hands need to help you with it. You got a little dream, you want to drive a hoopty, just you by yourself. So you got to create leverage consistency. But you can't function here unless you have the right optimistic mindset. Now here, all Coca-Cola does, they will sell you on their idea. Coke, the real thing. Who said that? Who said that? Right? Coke said it, right? And you believe it. I got the real thing, right? When it become real, right? They told you it's real, right? Walmart, family brand. Who said it? Well, sick folk up in there too, right? Family dollars in there, right? They sell you on a good idea. You can buy camel soup anywhere. Why are you going over there? They advertise you an idea of optimism. You go on retail, right? You see the store stop advertising, it's all going down. Like he selling you on the idea of optimism, we're going to win big. But you incorporated. Or you selling folk on your idea on what we going to do. Coke does it. Everyone that wins sell people on their idea, their brand. Everyone does. Who you selling on your brand? Or you cast your vision to anybody? When else you show somebody on your vision? What you gonna do? How big you gonna be? Coke said we're the real thing. Who else? They said that. Alright? I talked to you the other day. I said, hey sister, she had a real fancy name. What do your name mean? I don't know. Well, make some up. Say it mean beautiful. I mean beautiful, right? Who said I just did, right? Here's a label and you choose the death you should put on it. What do you put on your vision? You incorporate things. Give me, right? Here, I'm going to walk you through this commission, right? Just, right? The book we did on mental hygiene is on Well Starts in the Mind. I'm going to have her read the chapter that I'm going to stop and kind of explain to you and walk you through it, right, as we go through it. So, just going to put it up here.
Y'all, should they
quiet.
Let them use you, Shaniqua. Let them
Hey,
use
y'all
you.
should be quiet.
Yeah, let them use you.
Say that.
Okay, and what happens, guys, when you go through this,
Thank you, television.
A few months
let me
ago,
tell you who's sitting, right? My son, my nephews are 12 and 13 at the time. I took them to Disney with me a few years ago. And we had a ball. And they got back and told my mother, we had a great time. But Uncle Tony, let's say 3 baths in one day. See, and the message is, it ain't about every time you bathe, it's about your hygiene. Your physical hygiene is important, but your mental hygiene is more important. I got to stick and think. Now, you don't, when I mentioned a minute ago on the idea of Walmart, they cast optimistic ideas on their brand. They don't talk negative toward their brand. What's your self-talk? They start talking, Walmart get up and start saying, we the worst company in the world, we ain't gonna win, and we about to go out of business. What's gonna happen? So how are you different from Walmart?
a few months ago, I took my nephews to Disney World.
Good luck.
A few months ago, I took my nephews to Disney World. We flew from Dallas, so you know the drill. 2 boys with their uncle in the car, then the airport, then a plane, then the hotel check-in and settling in for the night. For them, it was all pure fun. It was fun for me too, but being the resident authority figure dealing with 2 high-octane kids, I had a different job. It was their first time on an airplane. Their pure joy of being high in the air was more than just a pleasure to watch. It was contagious. It was an atmosphere. I felt an excitement being there with them I hadn't felt in years. As they exited their first flight, I saw the joy in their eyes. It was an inarticulate joy. Wow. The feeling of being free from the limits of our physical ability, flying, unshackled from the restrictions of land travel. It was a feeling of liberation and empowerment, a feeling I was already familiar with. The same feeling came to me when I made the transition from employee to entrepreneur. It felt like I had witnessed the invention of fire. I had escaped the self-imposed limits of my individual abilities. The limits were not only broken from my income, they were broken from my personal efforts. Now I have a team, a business. Wow. This shared feeling stayed with me all the way through hotel check-in, dinner, the evening's bedtime rituals. It was a moment of true reflection.
Right. Now, I mentioned earlier, right? You're driving and flying. You're driving, you gotta stop every stoplight, get all obstacles in front of you. So there's a lot of restrictions on land travel. Flying is unobstructed. And so in your life, moving towards your dream, what elevates you where you're not limited? If it's all you doing it yourself, Bill don't type. He has a secretary for that. He's not limited by what he can't do. He is away from his physical limitations, he leverages it. And so if you do it by yourself, you're stuck because you're trying to do it by yourself. You got to get above your physical attachment only. How do I use other folks' ability as well? Well, you don't see a small family at Walmart running the registers. They got folk doing that. It's leverage. So how do you get from obstruction? You got to elevate yourself and create leverage. As we go from employee to entrepreneur.
And morning rolled around and the boys were bouncing off the walls. From the first second they woke up, they were ready for anything. Anything except what I said to them. Bath time, I told them. Who's first, Kevin or Jay? We just took a bath yesterday, Kevin said. Okay, I understand that. But it's a new day, all right? Who's going to take a bath first? After finally getting them bathed, we went to Disney World and had a great morning standing in lines, riding the rides and heckling Goofy and Mickey. Being with them at Disney World was like being with them on the plane. Their pure excitement and their unalloyed optimism for the gifts the day would bring became mine. As a young adult, I lived in poverty, living in America, in what is arguably the greatest country on earth and the greatest hour in the history of mankind. I felt as if I were living next door to Disney and was not able to afford a ticket to enter the park. I could look into the park, see the advertisements, and watch other families enjoying a life I wasn't privileged or able to experience. All of it was in my view, but out of my reach.
And what happens here? College takes us here in America. You drive out Bill Renter's home, you can see Disney, but you ain't getting access to it. Folks you see driving big cars, live in nice home. It's like watching being right in the middle of Disney World, can't ride the rides. It was a choice you made. Choice you made.
All of it was in my view, but out of my reach. Disney is a place where a child's imagination is challenged with the questions, why not? Is it really possible? Being blessed with God's greatest gift to humankind, a full imagination. I felt there was no known place in this universe outside of Earth that you can make your dreams come true. Everything the world promised must be possible to achieve. Take your child to Disney World. Taking your child to Disney World is like our Heavenly Father placing us on earth to dream and ask ourselves, why not? To ask, is it possible? To ask, why not live your dream? Nothing is impossible with optimism. There is no such thing as a pessimistic developer.
Now, you don't see some developer sit around, I can't do it. It ain't gonna work. I don't think it's gonna happen. There's no pessimist developer. He's optimistic. You're the developer of your own life, your dream. You can't have a mind of thinking, trying to build something. You gotta choose. Optimism is a choice. I get up in the morning, I say, I feel like working out this morning. I feel good, right? You are the stories you tell yourself. Kids are, oh man, my back hurts, man, my right leg, my ankle ain't doing good. I don't know what I can do this morning. You know what's gonna happen? You ain't doing nothing. Lay in the bed, right? You are the stories you tell yourself.
You should always ask, why not? God does not torture his children. Whatever you see, you can be. Your dreams are a picture of your finished future. As I watched my nephew's joy at Disney World, immersing myself in their energy, I thought, if you hold a caterpillar in your hand, then ask, where's the butterfly? Its future is inside of it. If you hold an acorn in your hand, then ask, where's the oak tree? Its future is inside of it. Your dreams, your imagination are fighting to live in material form. Where is your future? It's inside of you.
All right? This right here, this is literal. Your dreams are housed in everyone in the room got different dreams. Everyone, right? And it's fighting, like the hunger is fighting to be satisfied. Thirst is fighting to be satisfied. Your dreams are fighting to be satisfied.
After we ate lunch, a corn dog at Magic Kingdom, they were wilting a little, so we went back to the room for a rest. When we walked in the door, I said, who's going to take a bath first, Kevin or Jay? We took a bath this morning, Jay protested. That's fine, but we can't ignore the fact that y'all stink. So who's going to bathe first? Because you're not going around with me smelling like you've been wrestling all morning. So no, you have to take a bath. When we were cleaned up and rested, we went to the park again. As soon as we hit the ground back at Disney World, the boys immediately picked up where they left off, right back in their joy, as if they had never been tired, as if they had never been dirty. I thought, how easy is it for dreams to disappear, for optimism to vanish, even though their promise is always there waiting for us.
Right? Your dreams are sitting right inside of you, waiting for you to give them life. Waiting. But it can vanish on the back, a negative thought, a negative idea. You don't plug into the meetings here, your mind goes negative. You got to get a good mental shower so you come and get a good mental bath. You walk outside and you run across your mind, your parents, somebody see you ain't gonna never amount to anything, now you're mentally musty again. You go talk to your negative cousins, that's a scam, you stink mentally again. You got stinking thinking.
That's right.
Your dreams are they douse with negativity.
The most copious, abundant place of goals and dreams is in the cemetery. People take their dreams to the grave. Their dreams die inside of them because dreams are time sensitive. An acorn is a seed that can be placed on a shelf for 5, 10, 15, or 20 years, never experiencing its true purpose or potential. Like the sitting acorn, many of us remain on the shelf in fear and doubt for 5, 10, 15, or even 20 years, leaving our dreams lying dormant inside of us. What God has for the acorn is for the acorn. And what God has for
Read that again now. So what now?
What God has for the acorn.
Say it louder. Say it again.
What God has for the acorn is for the acorn. And what God has for you is for you. However, for the acorn to open its future and potential to grow into an oak tree, it has to accept the responsibility of being planted.
Gotta do what now?
Accept the responsibility of being planted.
Okay.
And when we have the responsibility to manifest our dreams,
Say what now?
and we have the responsibility to manifest our dreams.
Okay.
Our dreams may be God-given.
Say what now?
Our dreams may be God-given.
Okay.
But the manifestation,
What now?
but the manifestation requires our personal effort.
Say what now?
Our personal effort. But the manifestation requires our personal effort.
Really? Never see God. What's it? Say it again now.
Our dreams may be God-given.
Maybe God given. Now God given, right?
Yes, sir.
But
The manifestation
the revealing of
requires our personal
requires
Yes. Requires our
what kind of effort?
personal effort. After posing all morning for pictures with my nephews at Disney World, I began to think about the family portrait in my living room. If I were to cut that finished portrait into 100 pieces and place those jagged parts in a box, I would have a puzzle. To effectively reassemble the pieces.
So like this right here, Shaniqua, this is the finished picture. These are cut up pieces. Go, keep going.
To effectively reassemble the pieces, I need a vivid image of the whole picture in the forefront.
Vivid, what kind of image?
A vivid picture.
Vivid, clear, like this. Your dream. Keep going.
At the forefront of my
The
mind.
forefront, right up here. Right?
And that's why we need the picture on the jigsaw puzzle's box top, so that we can imagine what we are trying to recreate.
Really? And keep going.
But the idea of the final puzzle isn't enough. Physical action is required.
What kind of action?
Physical action is required.
Required, not optional.
Physical action is required to reassemble the finished picture.
To put it back together, right?
To reassemble the finished picture. So if someone gives you a huge jigsaw puzzle as a
My God gave you a jigsaw puzzle of your dream. Who gave it to you?
God. You might open it.
Open it up. You see what God got for me.
It's for me.
There you go. You open it up. Thank you, Lord, for giving me these dreams.
You see all the identical looking pieces
Identical looking.
jumbled up inside.
Jumble up. Look at too many pieces here. Take work, Bill.
You decide the job is too
You
difficult.
do what now?
Decide the
Decide.
job.
Come to our meeting again.
And you stick the box.
Get on conference call. My cousin said no. It's hard, Shaniqua. So what you do?
And you stick the box.
Stick.
back
You
on
what
the
you
shelf.
do with it? You
stick it
stick
back on
it,
the
right? Where now?
On the shelf of a closet.
Of a closet.
Never to be completed.
Now you, what now?
Never to be completed.
Never.
To be completed. In that case, the picture on the box top is useless.
Hold up. Your dreams are useless.
Wow.
So your dreams are now useless. Why?
They on the shelf in the
They
closet.
where?
On the shelf.
So they're useless.
In that case, the picture on the box top is useless. It takes willpower.
You say, what kind of power?
Willpower.
Wait, I want law of attraction. Can I just think about it and come to it? What kind of power?
Will.
I gotta decide to get off my behind?
Willpower.
Okay.
Time
Time. I gotta put some time in it.
and work.
Work. I got a job already. I'm tired. I didn't watch my favorite show tonight. I gotta work.
takes willpower, time, and work to sort the pieces out.
I gotta sort them?
Determine how they fit together
That's a whole lot of work.
and assemble the puzzle.
Okay.
Sometimes people put their own lives, their greatest
They put what now?
their own
Their
lives,
lives,
their greatest
greatest
dreams
dreams,
on the back shelf of a closet
back shelf of a closet.
and never complete the ideal version of their own futures.
The what now?
Their ideal version of their own
Why?
futures because it's on the shelf
In the closet.
in the closet. The puzzle of your life is there inside you in pieces, waiting to be connected.
Is what now? Waiting.
Waiting to
On
be
who?
connected. On you. On me. We only put those pieces together when we are positive we can do it.
What we positive, what I'm negative I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. My mama said I can't do it. My mama says it's a scam. Can I do it then? I gotta stop listening to her though, right?
Right. Bible prophecy is accurate because it is the finished history of mankind in God's mind. This
What
is
now?
why it comes. Bible prophecy is accurate because it is the finished history of mankind in God's mind. This is why it comes together so seamlessly. This is hard for us to grasp because humanity is trapped in time, while God lives outside of time. Our afternoon at Disney World seemed timeless as the boys and I made our way through
Let
the
me give you a mental
complicated.
picture, right? You inside of Disney. It's a complicated park. You can be in one spot or one in circles.
Yep.
Ready to go across the bridge, a whole nother area. And you get in that maze and think this is it. That job you're on, I'm in that same circle, that job, working on the same job. It won't cross the bridge.
Woo!
So now you can get up in a helicopter, for instance, and see the whole park. You see how it starts and how it ends. That's why you need faith to go across the bridge.
Our afternoon at Disney World seemed timeless as the boys and I made our way through the complicated landscape of attractions. As we wandered, I found myself picturing a maze. If you are walking in a complicated, dark maze, you can lose hope as you attempt to find your way through, feeling there is no way out. But if you are able to stand above the maze, it becomes obvious how all the pathways fit and connect to get from the entry to the exit. In the same way, if you're able to be above the park, in a helicopter, for example, and see it from a different vantage point, the once imposing landscape will appear much smaller, and the borders of the park will become visible. Man is created in God's image, but he lives and is completely trapped in the maze of time. God lives above time, completely outside of time. He is not trapped in time. This allows God to see the full picture. He sees the entrance and the exit. He sees the beginning of your life to the end of your life, as if he were looking at a finished puzzle. This is where faith comes in. You must believe in your vision. Your dreams are informed by your environment. Believe in your work ethic. Your dreams are simply a part of your unlived reality and future. Those dreams you think are impossible and have ignored are a picture of your finished future. There are no pessimistic developers. There isn't enough space for your dream and pessimism to coexist. You must exercise faith and positive thinking. You must learn to create an environment of intentional optimism. A negative mind cannot and will not give birth to a beautiful dream. Finally, our day at Disney World came to an end. All of us were tired. All of us were sweaty and wilted. When we got back to the room, I asked, who gets the first bath? Again, they spooled together like a couple of cartoon characters. I said, look guys, this room is too small for me to be smelling you all night. Who's bathing first? On this trip, my nephews were focused on having as much fun as possible every second of the day. And my job as the mentor in the situation was to help them achieve their goals while fulfilling the overall trip strategy. This included safety and good hygiene, because without taking care of those matters, we'd all have less fun. It was hard for them to see that, and hard for them to grasp that good physical hygiene was directly related to the pleasure they take in our trip. In the same way, it's hard for many of us to see how good mental hygiene is the foundation of our ability to make our dreams become a reality. On this trip, Disney World became more than just an amusement park to me. It was a place of self-discovery. Tony, I told myself, you have stinking thinking. You are mentally musty. As I stood in awe of the full flowering of my nephew's optimistic imaginations, all I could do was doubt my real potential. Disney World became my mental gymnasium. I was being challenged to dream again. I was in full contact with the unlimited possibilities of human imagination. Was I dreaming too small? Am I mentally musty? I never knew how negative I was until I was confronted with that question. Why not?
Sit up, man. Sit up. You got Pat here, sit up, right? Sit up, right? We all go work out, heated workout. Come here, right? We all stink, especially Pat, right? We all stink, right? We're in a car, but we all equally musty. We immerse, so we don't know how bad each other's, we all smell the same. Now, Pat gets out of the car and go take a shower. Come back in the car. Now it's obvious we stink. It's almost intolerable, right? We stink. The same thing happened to you. All your friends got stinking thinking. And you come to Primerica Op Me and get your mental shower and optimism, what you think, tell you what you can do, what you can be, say you're on dream. You come back all refreshed. Come tell us, we gonna be somebody. But no, you can't. We stink mentally. And it's obvious that we don't belong together no more. So if he can't sit in the car for too long, he start getting the same sense. We gotta get this coming again. You gotta make you keep mental shower and get and as much effort you put on your physical hygiene, put on your mental hygiene as well. Thank you.
I had been teaching my nephews the importance of physical hygiene, but it became overwhelmingly obvious as we walked through Disney, seeing the full manifestations of possibilities of humanity, that we are more than this meat suit, our physical body. Physically, we can enjoy our dream life in order to fully realize it. We must imagine and create it mentally. I was telling them about managing their physical hygiene, but was neglecting my own mental hygiene. Suppose you are at a gym with 4 friends after a hard, hot workout. Everyone stinks to an equal degree. Everyone gets into the car to leave, and it's okay because you are all immersed in a common smell. It's awful. However, you're all immersed in it. You then leave to shower. Now you are refreshed. If you come back in the car with the others, it becomes very obvious that now your friends all stink, and it's almost intolerable. As a child, I was full of optimistic possibility. Most of us believe as kids we can be and do anything. Without bills to pay, our only responsibility is to dream. You imagine being president or a doctor or a lawyer, living in the best neighborhood, driving the best car. You can live this dream called America. Once you leave home and your parents' protection, you discover quickly the reality of how limiting a fast food worker's income can be. You find yourself driving the worst cars and not being able to afford a decent life. Maybe then you stop dreaming. 10 or 20 years pass like 20 minutes. With an active diet of negativity, you forget how to dream. All those ideas in your head are negative, pessimistic. You now have the disease of stinking thinking. It's not obvious because you are immersed in it. All the people around you have the same smelly, stinking thinking. It is not until you step away and get an optimistic mental shower that you are exposed to and confronted with what is possible if you only dream. As with the gym workout with friends, physical hygiene is mandatory. But what we need most is a good mental hygiene. You can't dream or live to the level of your imagination with negative self-talk. My ideas smelled of negative self-talk. I knew how my nephews were feeling. They both smelled the same way, so why bathe? This was another aha moment. It's true what my father once told me. A man is known by the successive quarrels of his peers. Now it is obvious I need to change my peers. In a moment of reflection, I remember feeling that once I was exposed to an environment of optimism. My immediate response was to tell my family and friends about my dreams and my potential. I had just experienced my first mental shower of optimism. I felt fresh, alive, and free from the grips of negativity and doubt. I was excited, but my joy wasn't shared. My friends had stinking thinking, and a stench that they were not aware of because they all smell the same. I had a mental shower, but they hadn't. They were totally unaware of the negativity they had lived with for years. I left the room, cleansed myself, and returned to the stench, the awful smells that I had become accustomed to. My nephews were physically musty, but my peers were mentally musty and had no desire to take a mental shower. They had no desire to confront their negativity or their pessimistic attitudes. I had changed and there was no return. I won't accept poor mental hygiene anymore. I decided to embrace the same discipline to manage my mental hygiene that I apply to my physical hygiene. To achieve intentional mental hygiene, you must bathe your mind in optimism through mental immersion. You can do this by reading books on self-development, connecting with positive peers daily, and listening to successful mentors daily. You must hold a passionate belief, and you must have an optimistic vision of your best life. Keeping these ideas clear in your imagination and with an active commitment to a full physical expression of these ideas. Do it now. Build it as you imagine it. This is how you build this dream called America. How was the trip? Their grandmother said, hugging them when I got my nephews home. We had a great time, but Uncle Tony made us take 3 baths in one day. We all can identify with that reaction. We were all kids once and had someone to wrestle us to bathe. On the trip, the boys were focused on one thing, having as much fun as possible. That was their goal. They weren't thinking about the whole trip. All the time we spent together in the car and in the hotel room. 3 human bodies being in close proximity for hours on end. And they weren't thinking of the 3 of us as a team, working together not only to enjoy riding the rides and tugging on Mickey's arm, but also to get there and back again as safely and comfortably as possible. They needed me to see their well-being, but I needed them to remind me to take care of my own mental hygiene. Flying to Disney World, traveling by air for the first time, my nephews were filled with an infectious optimism that, if could be bottled and passed around, would save the world. Maintaining that joy, that pure positivity is, I think, impossible to do alone. It takes an immersion and re-immersion. It takes building a team and being a player on that team. It takes optimism spa treatment, rinse and repeat.